Short films come and go in the college community of Murfreesboro, Tennessee, mostly without notice. One, however, is causing quite a stir.
Oh bah quoi? Oh, grosse mouche de merde!
The name of the production is Finger. It's an avant-garde work by director Kyle Boshears that features images of the bizarre, the challenging, and the horrific. We even asked this eccentric know-it-all what he thought.
Finger is by far the most important artistic statement made in this community in the past decade.
But not all the reviews are so positive, especially those coming from rival filmmaker Frank Hassenmuller.
The problem is that he was trying to beat me by being me. Like, take for example, finger, hand.
Allegedly, Kyle's finger borrows more than a few elements from Frank's lesser-known hand. Again, we consulted our eccentric friend.
Fingers can be ripped off of hands, but Finger is by far no rip-off of hands. Hands down.
It was clear that comments such as these had put Frank on edge.
You don't understand because you're an idiot. You can't even set up the fucking camera right. What is this bullshit? What the f***?
Frank refused to proceed with the interview until we had adjusted the angles and white balance to his taste.
Do you think he owes you financially in some way? Has he stolen from you?
The entire film world wouldn't exist without me. It wouldn't be the same. So everybody owes me everything, and they never pay up. So I'm not really expecting it, but I deserve it.
As the slightly damp cotton caressed my face, I was forced to question my reporting strategies thus far. Little did I know what Frank had planned for Kyle and his acting troupe later that week.
C'était pas croyable.
Is incredible. He comes into the room, he is taking a big shit on the floor, and he is saying to Kyle, "This is you."
This episode prompted Kyle to invite our film crew out to his studio for a small press conference.
Finger is a completely original piece of work. Regardless of what you've been told and what you might have heard, it was all mine. 6 years it took me to make that movie. Have you ever wasted 6 years of your life on something that was crap? Or something that was stolen? No, you hadn't. So I didn't. Do you hear that? Sounds like ringing. Hello? It's Neil.
The rift developing in Murfreesboro's film community prompted local theater director Gary Bandana to compare the movies and make an unbiased decision about what debt, if any, was owed to Frank.
It is tough, yes, because you will inevitably hurt someone's feelings either way. But at least it is not the status quo.
Hearing of Gary's decision to review the movies, Kyle placed dirty pans on the windowsills of Mr. Bandana's neighbors. Frank simply bribed him with money and favors of questionable nature. Emotions ran high as the films were shown to the public.
I've come to a conclusion in my thinking and feel as though Kyle owes Frank a debt, both artistically and financially. Shall he pay this?
Kyle, what do you have to say about the decision that was made today? Kyle, what's your comment on the situation? Kyle, do you have a comment on the situation?
His comment was clear.
But, you know, at the end of the day, I am willing to extend the olive branch. Yeah. The olive branch. The fucking olive branch! Butter!
As Frank's whimpers echoed in my ears, it made me realize how often we take film for granted, as well as the vaginas that create it. Ripple Fudge, SBS News.